You're listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Well, I'm kind of laughing at how many people I'm thinking now might not understand this podcast title reference. Some of you youngsters won't understand why it makes me laugh to say, it's my contrast and I'll cry if I want to. But what you will understand is something that all conscious creators know, and that's that our feelings matter, that we get what we vibrate. And we also care about our friends and our family, right? So it's really natural for us to do our best to coax a loved one out of their bad feelings or their tough times. Like when a girlfriend goes through a breakup, we'll tell her everything we can think of that might make her feel better because we just want her to be happy again. Or when a child loses their favorite pet, it breaks our heart to see them so sad. So we'll do anything to make them feel better. And when a fellow creator is in the midst of step one, we're pretty quick to coach them out of the contrast and into alignment with what they want, right? Or at least we try to. But you guys, I'm thinking how sometimes that might not be what actually serves them best. Maybe you know where I'm going with this, because think about it. The system doesn't work without contrast. That's where everything starts, in step one. Without it, desires aren't born, expansion doesn't happen, life doesn't get better. It all starts with the contrast, the stuff we don't like, the stuff that's no fun. It's where it all begins. So if that's true, then why are we so quick to try to shift someone through it? I'm saying this as someone who has lately had a lot of really helpful, well-intentioned, loving people trying to make me feel better as I've been going through some major contrast. And you know what? I've been noticing, it's just the time of contrast. That's all it is for me. This isn't something gone wrong. This is just the time that it is. And that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. That's a quote from the liberal redneck. Oh my gosh, I love his video on the 22 push-ups, or I can't remember what his video is called. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm not going to get off track here. Okay, so I know the reason everyone's trying to coach me to feel better is because they love me, but I was thinking how this might be kind of like the same thing as worry. Okay, you know how worry is a muggle way of showing love? Right? And how it has the opposite effect as intended. Like if we loved someone, conscious creators know that's terrible energy to send someone that we love. Muggles don't know any better. But I think it might be kind of the same thing with contrast. Because imagine, if we really loved someone and we understood how the system worked, instead of wishing them not to have any contrast, wouldn't we be wishing all sorts of amazing step ones on them? Wouldn't we celebrate when they were in the midst of an awful time because we know what it's doing for them, right? In the long run, we know this might sound kind of crazy, but stay with me here. I was thinking the other day about, my fabulous friend who I won't name because I didn't ask permission to share a story. But, I loved, I still do love and adore this guy. Years ago, I watched him go through such a challenging time in his life. He was married for quite a while, and he'd been trying to start a family with his wife for quite a while with no luck until one day, yay, she's pregnant. Except it turns out she's not pregnant with his baby. She has been having an affair with his best friend. And so in one fell swoop, this poor guy loses his wife, his marriage, his best friend, and his hopes of being a father, because everyone basically assumed he was the reason they never got pregnant, because clearly she's capable of it. Everyone knows now. I mean, he was just devastated, and it was like his life was going down the toilet. He started drinking a lot, and then he got a DUI. How do you like this? He wasn't even driving, and he got a DUI. I didn't even know this was possible. The car wasn't running. He wasn't in the driver's seat, but he had the keys in his pocket. The poor guy gets a DUI. It's expensive. It's embarrassing. And he has to do community service. So he comes to me because he knows I volunteer with animal rescue groups, and he asks if I can hook him up, introduce him to the volunteer coordinator with a local group. And so he starts volunteering at the weekend events where they do adoptions for dogs and cats. And basically all he was doing was, walking dogs here and there. And he only showed up because he needed hours because of that stupid DUI. But guess what? He loved it. He absolutely loved it. He fell in love with the people and the animals, and he kept volunteering. Even when he didn't need any more hours, he kept coming. He started volunteering more than I did, so much so they gave him a job. It became his new full-time work. That doesn't happen very often. And so he's enjoying this new job and this new work so much. In fact, one year at the Christmas party, he knocked up one of his fellow coworkers. So here he gets to be a dad after all, and they get married. And hello, she is the most amazing girl. She's as good a girl as they come. So now he's a dad. He's got an amazing wife. He's a great husband. They have a couple more kids. And his life, just if you saw his pictures on Facebook, his posts, I'm getting teary-eyed thinking how much he loves his life. And how all of this started from that awful contrast so long ago. And you've probably experienced this yourself, or someone who has, right? Someone who's going through a really tough time, but if they hadn't gone through that, it wouldn't have turned out fabulous. I've got another friend who had work that he loved. It was well-paid work, and he enjoyed it. But things were going sideways in a wide variety of ways, and he couldn't get that work anymore. It was kind of devastating to him. But it turned out that he got an even better job with even better pay, with work that he loved even more freedom, more enjoyment, better for him physically. I mean, we've seen this happen so many times. This is kind of just like how you're not supposed to help the butterfly out of the cocoon? When they're struggling to get out, but their success, it's dependent on them going through that struggle to get out. I hope that's not a myth. I hope that's actually true. I've heard that before. And seems like a good analogy for what we're talking about here, about the value of contrast. So what I'm saying here, or suggesting, is that maybe instead of wishing someone else's contrast away, instead of trying to help them get out of it, maybe the most loving thing to do is to let them have it, or to even encourage it, or to celebrate it. I mean, if they're really in struggle and they forgot that they're in charge of how much they suffer, sure, maybe it's good to step in and remind them how the whole system works, that, you really don't have to suffer this much, you are in charge. But if you're a savvy creator and you see someone really rocking and rolling it in step one, what if you gave them a big thumbs up or a high five instead of wishing it away? Because that contrast, it really truly is where all the good stuff comes from, right? I think so. All right, I hope you got some inspiration from this. Thanks for listening, everyone, and happy manifesting.